George is 71 years old. He lives in a quiet neighborhood just outside Charlotte, North Carolina, a retired bank manager. He has always taken pride in how he presents himself: pressed shirts, polished shoes, and a well-trimmed beard. Even now, years into retirement, he still starts each morning with a shower, a clean set of clothes, and a splash of aftershave. He believes in staying sharp, staying fresh, staying respectable. So when his 6-year-old granddaughter came to visit that weekend, George was ready oatmeal cookies in the oven, jazz playing softly in the background, and his favorite navy cardigan freshly laundered. She ran in, as always, arms outstretched. He knelt down for a hug, smiling wide. But this time, something was different. She hugged him quickly, then pulled back, with a little wrinkle in her nose. She did not say anything at first, just looked at him with that innocent honesty only children have. Then, after a short pause, she leaned closer and whispered, "Grandpa smells like the old box in our attic." That sentence, so simple, so unfiltered, hit George in a way he did not expect. He chuckled softly at the moment, brushed it off with a smile, and handed her a cookie. But that night, as the house grew quiet and the lights dimmed, George sat on the edge of his bed, holding that same cardigan in his hands. He lifted it to his face. Then he leaned in toward his pillow, and then his undershirt. He did not smell bad, not like sweat or garbage or anything offensive. But there was something, a faint, musty scent, something old, lingering, familiar, but not in a good way. And once he noticed it, he could not unnotice it. It was in his blankets, in his recliner, even in the collar of his favorite jacket. Not strong, not sour, just stale, faint, clinging. He sat there quietly, the silence heavy in the room. A man who prided himself on being clean, on being in control. And yet his body was changing in ways he had not seen coming. This is not about hygiene. This is not about skipping showers or forgetting to change your shirt. This is your body asking for help, and the longer you ignore it, the worse it gets. If you have ever caught a faint whiff of something odd on your clothes, on your pillow, or even on your skin, and you are over 60, it is not just your imagination. And it is not just age. It is a message. Stay with me. Because in this video, we are going to uncover the real reason so many older adults develop a certain smell after 60, and more importantly, what you can do to stop it right now. And if you have ever experienced something similar or have a story to share, scroll down and tell me in the comments. You are not alone in this. Let us talk about the truth behind that smell. It may feel embarrassing, even a little confusing. But what if I told you it has nothing to do with how clean you are? It is not because you forgot to shower. It is not because your clothes are dirty. In fact, most older adults who deal with this issue are some of the cleanest, most careful people you will ever meet. The smell we are talking about actually has a name, 2-non-enal. It is a natural chemical compound, and it is found on the surface of your skin. It is not new. It has been studied for years, especially in Japan, where researchers were among the first to take this seriously. They discovered that 2-nonenal is a byproduct of a natural process that happens as we age. It forms when omega-7 fatty acids in your skin break down and oxidize. That oxidation process is what creates that distinct, musty, slightly greasy scent that tends to linger on clothes, pillows, and skin even after a good shower. Here is where it gets interesting. After the age of 60, your body goes through some quiet but important changes. First, your levels of antioxidants naturally drop. These are the compounds that help fight off the oxidation process. When you are younger, your body produces enough antioxidants to keep things balanced. But as you age, those levels decline, and your skin becomes more vulnerable to oxidative stress. At the same time, your body starts producing more omega-7 fatty acids, especially in the sebaceous glands, those tiny glands in your skin that produce oil. These fatty acids are not bad on their own. In fact, they help keep your skin hydrated and smooth. But when they mix with oxygen and bacteria on the surface of your skin, they transform. That is when 2-nonenal forms, and once it is there, it is stubborn. It clings to fabrics, lingers on skin, and becomes harder and harder to wash off with regular soap or deodorant. So, if you have ever thought to yourself, I shower every day, I use deodorant, I wash my clothes, how can I still smell? This way, you are not alone. And more importantly, you are not doing anything wrong. The problem is not about cleanliness. It is about using the wrong tools for a body that has changed. Most soaps are designed for younger skin. They are made to strip oil, kill surface bacteria, and leave behind a strong fragrance. But if your body is producing more oxidized oils and fewer antioxidants, that kind of soap will not help. In fact, it might make things worse. Harsh soaps can dry out your skin, which prompts your glands to produce even more oil, and yes, even more 2-nonenal. Deodorants are another tricky area. The kind most people use are packed with artificial fragrances and aluminum-based compounds. These products do not break down 2-nonenal. They simply try to cover it up. For a few hours, you may smell like citrus or powder or something floral, but underneath, the real odor is still there, and by the afternoon, it comes right back. What makes this worse is how few people actually talk about it. Many older adults suffer in silence, thinking it is just another part of getting older, something they have to accept. But that is not true. This odor is not a punishment. It is a message. It is your body's way of saying, I am struggling to process toxins. I need better support. And the good news is, you can give it that support. Once you understand what is really happening inside your skin, you can finally stop fighting the wrong battle. You do not need stronger soap. You need smarter care. So now that you know what 2-nonenal is and why it happens, let us talk about what you can actually do to stop it. Because there are 5 simple changes you can make, starting today, to help your body smell fresh feel clean, and stay healthy without shame or frustration. Now that you understand what causes that musty, lingering smell after 60, let us talk about what you can do to stop it. The good news is this: you do not need expensive products or drastic lifestyle changes. What you need are 5 simple, science-backed steps that work with your body, not against it. These are small adjustments that target the root cause, not just the surface, and they can completely transform how you smell, feel, and live. Step 1. Switch to a pH-balanced soap with green tea or charcoal. Most of the soaps we use throughout our lives are made to strip the skin of oil. That might have worked fine when we were younger, and our skin produced more protective layers. But after 60, your skin becomes more sensitive and produces a different kind of oil, one that oxidizes and causes 2-nonenal to form. Regular soap cannot handle that. A pH-balanced body helps restore harmony to your skin. It supports your natural barrier instead of breaking it down. When you choose ingredients like green tea or charcoal, you are going even further. Green tea is rich in antioxidants that neutralize toxins right on the skin's surface. Charcoal acts like a magnet, drawing out odor-causing compounds and oils trapped in your pores. Here is a truth bomb: if your soap does not neutralize odor at the source, all it is doing is pushing the smell around. Use a pH-balanced cleanser daily and let it sit on your skin for at least 1 full minute before rinsing. This gives it time to break down and absorb the compounds causing the smell. Use lukewarm water, never hot, to avoid drying out your skin even more. Step 2. Cut down red meat, add leafy greens, and drink warm lemon water every morning. What you eat affects how you smell. Most people do not realize that certain foods, especially processed meats and fried foods, increase the production of fatty acids that mix with sweat and bacteria, making your body odor worse. Red meat, in particular, is hard to digest and creates sulfur byproducts that can escape through your pores. To fix this, reduce your intake of red meat and replace it with leafy greens like spinach, kale, or parsley. These greens are rich in chlorophyll, which acts like a natural internal deodorizer. Drink a warm glass of lemon water first thing in the morning. It supports your liver, flushes out toxins, and sets the tone for better digestion all day. Here is the truth: you do not just smell like what you put on your skin. You smell like what you put on your plate. Step 3. Wash your bedding and clothes more often, especially with white vinegar. Even if you clean your body, the smell can still come back if your environment holds on to it. 2. Nonenal does not only sit on your skin, it clings to fabric. Your bed sheets, pillowcases, shirts, sweaters, even your bath towels, they all absorb and trap the compounds responsible for that old person smell. To fight back, wash your sheets and pillowcases at least twice a week. Use hot water if your fabric allows it, and add half a cup of white vinegar to the rinse cycle. Vinegar is a powerful natural deodorizer that helps break down the smell at the molecular level. Avoid synthetic fabrics, like polyester, which hold odors more than breathable fabrics. like cotton or linen. Truth bomb. You cannot smell fresh if your clothes and sheets are working against you. Step 4. Stay hydrated and exfoliate your skin once or twice a week. Hydration is one of the most underrated ways to fight odor. When your body is dehydrated, it struggles to flush out toxins efficiently. Those toxins build up, and guess how they escape? Through your skin. Start drinking at least 8 glasses of water a day. Plain, clean water. Not soda or sugary drinks. Want to do even better? Add lemon slices or drink green tea, which is packed with antioxidants and supports detoxification. Now let us talk about your skin. Dead skin cells, body oil, and sweat can trap odor and keep it close to your body. Gently exfoliating your skin once or twice a week helps remove that buildup. You can use a loofah, a dry brush, or a gentle scrub. This gives your skin a chance to breathe and smell cleaner naturally. Here is the truth. If toxins cannot get out through your urine, they will find their way out through your skin. Step 5. Switch to a natural deodorant with vitamin C, eucalyptus, or witch hazel. Most over-the-counter deodorants are not made for aging skin. They contain aluminum, parabens, and artificial fragrances that can irritate the skin and clog pores, making the smell worse in the long run. These products mask the odor, but do not eliminate the cause. A better option is a natural deodorant that contains ingredients like vitamin C, eucalyptus, or witch hazel. Vitamin C helps break down fatty acids before they oxidize. Eucalyptus reduces odor-causing bacteria. Witch hazel acts like a toner that tightens pores and reduces oil buildup. Apply deodorant right after you shower, while your skin is still slightly damp. Use a small amount and reapply if needed during hot or active days. Final truth bomb. The goal is not to cover the smell. The goal is to stop it from happening in the first place. These 5 steps may seem simple, but they work. When you use the right soap, eat better, clean your environment, hydrate your body, and protect your skin, your smell changes, your confidence changes, your whole sense of self starts to feel renewed. And that is something everyone over 60 deserves. Let us return to George. A few weeks after that quiet moment in his bedroom, the night he first noticed the musty scent clinging to his sweater, something changed. He did not panic. He did not feel ashamed. Instead, he made a decision to take action. One small step at a time. He replaced his old bar of soap with a pH-balanced body wash that contained green tea and citrus extract. He swapped out red meat for leafy greens, and every morning he started his day with a warm glass of lemon water. He began washing his bed sheets and pillowcases twice a week, added white vinegar to the laundry, and even bought a natural deodorant made with witch hazel and vitamin C. He drank more water. He dry brushed his skin before his morning shower. They were small changes, quiet ones, but day by day, something began to shift. Then one Saturday afternoon, his granddaughter came over again. She ran into the living room, jumped into his arms, and hugged him tightly. This time, there was no hesitation, no wrinkled nose, just a wide smile. She leaned in close, giggled, and said, "Grandpa smells like lemon cookies." George laughed, this time with relief in his heart, because what she smelled was not just the citrus from his new soap. It was the scent of care, of effort, of change. It was the scent of a man who listened to his body and took back control. You see, you do not have to smell old just because you are getting older. Let me say that again. You do not have to smell old just because you are aging. This odor is not something you are stuck with. It is not something you have to be embarrassed about. It is your body's way of telling you it needs better support. And the moment you start giving it what it needs, better nutrition, better products, better habits, it responds. You can age fresh. You can age clean. You can age proud. If this message resonates with you, if you or someone you love has ever struggled with this invisible challenge, know this: you are not alone. And you are not helpless. There are things you can do today, right now, to feel better in your own skin. So here is what I want you to do next. If this video gave you even one helpful idea, press that like button. It helps more people find the answers they need, and it tells us that this kind of content matters. In the comments below, share one tip you use to feel fresh and confident. It could be a favorite body wash, a home remedy, or even a moment like George's that changed how you take care of yourself. And if you want more simple, science-based tips to stay healthy, energized, and self-assured after 60, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. We are building a space where aging is not something to hide, but something to own with pride. Remember, this is not about perfection. It is about progress. You deserve to feel fresh. You deserve to feel confident. You deserve to feel like yourself at any age. And the journey starts now.